When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Iowa State's offense will get the first swing of the game. It will be a priority to get the passing game up and going, something they really didn't do with one of their biggest weapons last week, David.
Yeah, and last week he just wasn't a big part of the game plan. And I would expect if you want to get explosive plays going and you want to get this offense in a good spot, Jesse, you're going to find this guy on the outside. He can turn matchups into nightmares for the defenses. I think he'll be used early and often this week.
Yeah, so if I'm the quarterback, I want to get him going early, right? And maybe I'm calling some easy throws, some hitch routes, some slants. Just get him touches, get the juju going, get the focus and the rhythm locked in early in this one to make him a bigger part of our game plan today.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Malone. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Cyclones decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarter...
There he goes! They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Right on the money. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. It's complete. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. Auburn trying to convert on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Getting set for the point after. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he'll be brought down. And the Cyclones are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Cyclones will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
To the ground. He's got it again. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Power ahead. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quickly complete. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. A quick pass to the left. Still running at the 40. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Turning it on! They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. The give from the gun. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So here comes the Auburn offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Uncorks one to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Iowa State sending the offense back out.
This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Oh, it'd be a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some points, and bring some energy now to our sideline.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On target over the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Hendricks. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
With the catch, it's Bryant. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To throw, it's St. Clair. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Grab behind the line, it's Henderson. In quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Quarterback keeper. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? DB's right up on the receivers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cyclones line up to punt it away. All the way back to the 15. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. It's complete to the left. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to take off inside the 35. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Auburn. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Leaves it with the running back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. Skips away from pressure. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far at Ames. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Cyclones will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Offense working from the pistol. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On the ground, it's Henderson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking downfield on first down. Finds his big tight end. Breaks into the open. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd and goal coming up.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll give it to the back. Powers through. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it at the 15. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion. The Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. He's got his man, makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here... the Auburn offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Working that left side now. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to throw deep right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Wants to throw again. Wide open downfield. Breaks away in the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. 1st and 10 as the clock winds under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Quick completion to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Dead center perfect. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish quarter number 3. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Moving away from pressure. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of.
There he goes. That's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Cyclones will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He gets it away from his own end zone. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Out of the backfield, he's open.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Pressure coming. Can't connect on his 1st throw. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They want that clock to run. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's Randall. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Lewis wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Auburn lines up quickly. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. On the move, he fires. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. To the air on 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of the season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite of what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you,